Y'all, one of my favorite things on the planet is when socialist dreams and lies become realized by the people who were fooled by them, and then the harsh backpedaling of reality begins. This one, oh, we're going to take a trip to New York City, and wouldn't you know it, the guaranteed free buses that aren't happening, and the guaranteed free toddler daycare is it's not going to happen. And then, of course, the free grocery stores that were coming the first year of his, those aren't happening until 2029. Y'all, it is only a matter of time until the socialist wonder boy Mamdani is just smoked from orbit. This is getting to the point of comical in nature. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you love the socialist lies being dispelled in real time by this simple thing called reality. All right, you can follow me on X at Braden LOA, and tonight we will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will continue the onslaught of the propaganda. I'm sure there are going to be updates that we are going to dive in together and have a joyous time. Okay, let's get into the early part of the joy here. You guys remember this guy? He's just one of those, socialism with a smile. Just like every other demagogue, just like every other socialist, full of promises, full of these dreams that everything will be free and the rich will pay for the whole thing, and then it doesn't ever work out. Ever, freaking ever. And somehow, they still blame the rich for them not doing anything, and they still get away with it. It boggles the mind. But anyway, that's lefties for you. Let's jump right into what was promised, and then I'll show you what was dropped today. And it is uncomfy, isn't it? Oh, man, watch it.
Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Mamdani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce. We will redirect city funds from corporate supermarkets to city-owned grocery stores, whose mission is lower prices, not price gouging. These stores will operate without a profit motive or having to pay property taxes or rent, and will pass on those savings to you. They'll partner with small businesses and nearby farms and sell at wholesale prices. The job of city government isn't to tinker around the edges while 1 in 4 children across our city go hungry.
All right, here's the magic formula. You mix in a little emotion, you mix in a little toxic empathy, you mix in some complete total misunderstanding of how capitalism works, and then a whole big dream of everything being free, and voila! Socialism. By the way, somebody should give this guy a copy of The Tragedy of the Commons. It's very, very simple. It's an easy premise. If you have nothing invested in something, no one cares for it. It's not that hard. It's very simple. It's why it's called The Tragedy of the Commons. It's an economic principle. You can look it up. Here's the thing. Everything that he just said is quite simply a subsidized grocery store. That's all it is, right? But there's a really uncomfortable truth that always comes out, and I'm going to show you here in 1 second, because what he just said in the big grandiose promises was it's going to be a subsidized grocery store where everything will be bought at a wholesale price and everything will be good to go. There's only one eensy-weensy tiny little problem. Because the thing that capitalists like myself and conservatives like myself will always tell you, because I know history, you cannot give away everything free without some sort of rationing. It's not possible because you still have scarcity. Scarcity will always exist no matter how you slice it. So whether you have a price going up because of scarcity or because you have more people giving it for free, that's still going to lead to scarcity. You cannot avoid that issue. Nothing is infinite. There are finite amounts of an asset. So you cannot get around the scarcity item. So when you go down this road, it inevitably leads to price controls, to rationing, to you will get this and be happy every single time. Watch. And by the way, I'm going to show you, before I get into that, let me show you actually how it's failing, because now the store is going to be open in 2029, not 2026. It's weird how everything keeps on giving the old U-Haul reverse, huh?
Mr. Mayor, hello.
Hi, how are you?
When exactly will this tower be available for customers to shop? And also, since it was mentioned that over 60% of people living in this neighborhood struggle financially, what other steps are you going to take to help to improve their economic situation? Money.
Yes. Look, I think that I'm going to go with your... Can you just restate your first question one more time?
Just
when the store will be open. So let me go with that. This store will be open in 2029. The reason that we're announcing it first is because unlike other stores, this will be built from the ground up. We are talking about a vacant lot that is about 1 or 2 blocks over there that is currently laying vacant. It is city owned. We're going to build it from the ground up.
So this is the best part about this. And this is what people don't understand in basic economics. So you have a piece of land that is just city owned and it's sitting vacant. Fine, cool, whatever. Whatever. That's your thing. But then you're going to build up a grocery store from the ground up with all of the fees and all of the labor and all of the time and all of the materials to actually build this thing. So you're going to have a sunk cost of millions of dollars. Then you have no profit incentive or profit motive to recoup your costs, which is a capitalistic principle. So you're just going to be sitting immediately on a sunk cost of millions of dollars while operating under no profit. Congratulations, New York taxpayers. You just purchased a building. That's what's happening. Now, let me get into something else because this is very important for you to understand. When you're looking at these things, it is physically impossible. Come here real quick, and I'll re-emphasize this on the live stream tonight. You cannot have a grocery store or a government-provided entity of essential goods and services without a baseline price control and baseline basket of goods, which is a ration system. It's impossible. How do you think entitled socialists are going to feel is, yeah, everything's cheaper and freer to a certain point, but you can only get this basket of 5 things. But it's cheaper and freer. Happens every single time, and now they're just doing the same thing again. And, Mamdani over here. Watch, they're saying it out of their own mouths. I'm just going to pick this apart.
Person, Matt, go ahead.
Can you study impact of any grocery stores, bodegas, etc.? And can you give an example of like a cucumber costs X, it now will cost Y?
So I can't give you an exact example of the cost of a cucumber in our essentials basket, but what I can tell you is that
Essentials basket. Did you hear that? Essentials basket. 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, high school students, pay attention to this stuff. People who have access to those individuals, send this stuff out to them because they are actively telling you the actual phrasing that was exactly the same in the USSR and the Soviet Union in essential baskets of goods. These are the exact same rationing techniques of the socialist Russian economy before it went. Anyway, let's keep on going.
when New Yorkers come to city-run grocery stores, they will see a clear price differential when it comes to those essentials. And I'm not sure if you'd like to add anything to that point.
We will have a core basket of goods focused on fresh and everyday groceries, and it will be a fixed discount on sort of what is the average price of that. We haven't determined exactly how it's going to be calculated, but it's going to be a certain percentage. What it's going to allow people to do is it's going to allow them to budget, and it's going to allow to feel a predictability of price. So every week they go to the grocery store, they know these core basket of goods, what price they will be. It's not going to fluctuate with the capital markets. It's going to be fixed throughout the 5 stores.
Okay, Kamir, please hear me on this. This is the easiest low-hanging fruit you could imagine. Everything is still operating under the capitalistic system. Everything is still operating under the supply and demand system and variable pricing because it is an economic capitalist system. You are just absorbing it at the New York State level. All you're doing is providing a buffer zone, like right here, which absorbs all the variable profit. Everything keeps on fluctuating here, but because you have a price floor, you're absorbing all of it. That's the entire point. Actually, the price ceiling. It's not a price floor, excuse me. A price ceiling. You're absorbing all of the variable costs that are adjusting throughout the economic model. And the other thing that I really would like to bring attention to is she just said it again, the essential basket of goods. Who determines what is essential? Because customer A in New York doesn't believe the same essentials are essential as customer B. And there's only about 10 million people there. It's kind of like the way they always go down the road of their truth. Well, you have their essentials, and everyone's going to have their own variation of essentials. Weird how that works out, isn't it? You are watching them use the exact same language, back everything up, completely back up the promises. No free buses, no free childcare. Grocery stores aren't free. They're reduced by a certain percentage off of the average cost across the market. So it's still based on the free market. They're just absorbing it. And they're going to pick and choose what you can have in your bread line. Congratulations. This is going swimmingly. It's comical. The man has already raided the pension funds. He's already raided the rainy day fund. He's already raising taxes on landlords, which is going to make rent go up. This guy is destroying these people, and they are just clapping like little seals on the street. They are really, really going to get what they're voted for. But don't worry, they'll find a way to blame somebody else too. Anyway, let's jump right on. I thought that was an important piece. Here's where he said it will be next year.
During our campaign, we promised New Yorkers that we would create a network of 5 city-owned grocery stores, 1 in each borough. Today, we make good on that promise. I am proud to announce that we will open every single one of these stores by the end of our first term. And the first one will open next year.
Whoa. Next year? During the campaign, you said it was this year. That is weird. I'll tell you what. You can't trust a communist. Who can you trust? Oh, man. Should I play? Nah, I don't need to play this one. Yeah, this one's not really that valuable. Here's the thing, guys. You're watching socialist promises fall through like they always do. You're watching them destroy themselves. They're going to continue to do it because they've been brainwashed. But the value of this is not saving New York City. The value of this is saving the locality near you. You are watching the exact same playbook that always happens every single time without fail. They always make these big promises, then they always back off them, then you get rationing, then you get essential baskets of goods, and then you just simply absorb the grocery cost. It's still a free market system. You just have an entitlement on top of it. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.